Easter Sunday, April 9th. Daily Word. I am resurrected through the power of the Christ. On this glorious Easter day, I am resurrected and brimming with new life. The stones of defeat and limitation have rolled away. I am free and unlimited. Throughout my Lenten journey, I heeded the call from my soul to recognize the stones in my consciousness and awaken to the infinite potential within me. I can now rejoice in the shimmering light of awareness with an open, joyful heart. My faith is strong, and I am ablaze with the radiance of spirit. I welcome eternal and indwelling life into my mind and heart. Hope never dies. Jesus transcended death and demonstrated life is eternal. With a grateful heart, I rise up and claim new life. I am resurrected through the indwelling Christ. It is a new dawn, a new day, a new beginning. I have risen. I am the resurrection and the life. John 11, verse 25.
I invite you to become still. Relax and gently close your eyes. As you listen to my voice, start to relax. Closing your eyes gently, relaxing them, and relaxing every part of your body. Inhale, exhale. Use your next breath to focus on your inner space. With each breath, feel any tension and uneasiness dissolving. With the next breath, see yourself standing in a beautiful field that's filled with yellow flowers. Look down at your feet and notice you're barefoot. It feels good to connect to the earth. And your feet start to tingle. As you keep your eyes closed, you feel the warm sun on your face. Now take a deep cleansing breath, and in your mind's eye, see yourself open your eyes. Before you is a path. It's a long, winding path, but it has your attention. So start taking your steps on this path. Notice, what is it made from? Is it narrow or wide? Is it winding or straight? The path is leading you into a forest. And the forest feels alluring and magical. And you notice that all of your senses seem to sharpen as you walk further into the forest. Inhale and exhale. And you look right in front of you, and you notice a very large tree. And you are magnetically drawn to walk toward this tree. This tree is your tree of knowledge, and inside it contains all the answers to your questions. Inhale and exhale. As you inhale, You look at the tree and you see a door. And you open the door and walk into the room filled with your favorite colors. As you exhale, you allow your senses to just take in all of these wonderful colors. With the next inhalation, you see your higher self standing in front of you. And your higher self gives you a book. And you exhale as you open the book and read the messages. As you read the book, all of your questions are answered. So you spend the next moment reflecting on the book with your answers. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Now, with the next set of inhalations, start to bring your awareness back to the room, back to the chair that you're sitting on. You notice the sounds around you when you wiggle your fingers and toes. And when you are ready, you open your eyes. Inhale and exhale. You feel your body filled with energy. You feel your heart and mind filled with excitement. You feel yourself gently coming back to this awareness. And as you return to this awareness, you bring back with you all that you learned today. You bring back with you all the questions that have been answered. Inhale and exhale. As you open your eyes, you're feeling rejuvenated, whole, and complete. And you know all is well. Namaste.
Thank you in advance for supporting the Unity of Chicago South spiritual community mission to provide the message, Be Better to Do Better, with the financial support you contribute. And please share our work on your social media.
Happy Easter. Happy Easter. It's Reverend R. Ken here. Thank you, Reverend Stephanie, for again taking us to a place of peace and calmness that we all need, especially during this time with everything that's going on. I want to remind you about the month of April. It has five Sundays, and the fifth Sunday is what we call Talking the Fifth, and that's April 30th, and we'll be on the various social platforms along with our normal website presentation. And we encourage you to become a part of it, come on and enjoy it. We're going to focus on starting the conversation off with the 12 powers and getting into the importance of them and what they can do for you in your life if you look at them on a deeper level as we attempt to bring you each one or focus on each one each month. So again, be prepared to come on April 30th, the same time for Talking the Fifth, and you'll get more about that. It'll be more on social media as we go forward. I want to remind you that on this day, as on every day, that there is an infinite source available to everyone. It is there for each who seek it, no matter their race, their gender, or their religion. You can believe what you may, but you should know that the source of the universe is also the source of each of us. Therefore, the principle supporting the stars is the principle supporting and available to each of us. As I declare this statement in the first person, I declare it for all. I am open and receptive to this divine living principle. Father, Mother, God, I am grateful. This is my declaration. This is my truth. And as I accept it, so it becomes. And all is well, and well indeed. As I accept it, so it becomes. You see, the truth is there, but if I don't accept it, it cannot manifest in my life to its fullest. Today's poem is called Passion Flowers and Easter Lilies. It is by Mary Bissell Waterman. In this brief, changing life of ours, mingling with sweet and fragrant flowers, the passion flower entwines. They speak of pain and bitter tears, of buried hopes and fruitless years, of sweat, of blood divine. But when the purple cluster droop, behold the flower that whispers hope, even by the stone-sealed tomb. For what in life can bring despair if close beside each grief and care, the Easter lily blooms? Well, today is a culmination of a period, of a holy period, and it's also one of two major holidays that are celebrated and honored by many Christians, Orthodox Christians, nonconformists, and even us New Thought practitioners. Christmas and Easter. One is synonymous with divine birth, and the other with divine resurrection. Both represent a celebration of faith. While both are important, they have different impact. No matter how we approach it, we do not birth ourselves. In fact, Dr. Wayne Dyer famously explained that for 9 months, we do very little to promote our birth and to explain a birth. Well, outside of, and these are my words, not his, eat, develop, and eliminate. So while the Christ birth celebrations is symbolically important, like our own birth, little was or could have been done by the embryo to promote its birth. Then we come to this holy time where so much happens. Earlier in today's celebration, our final animation from the 40 Days of Letting Go booklet from Unity Worldwide Ministries, it was written by a colleague who used two phrases that I found to be very, very dynamic. She said, an enlightened rabbi, referring to the master teacher. And the most refreshing phrase was the second one, where she said, Bible stories. Bible stories. See, sometimes we in New Thought, and we as New Thought practitioners, work hard to explain what an allegory is, what a parable is, and metaphysics in general. I miss sharing the simple explanation, Bible stories that have within them a greater, more powerful truth lesson for life. Such a simple, beautiful explanation. Well, once one gets that truth of the deeper meaning, understands that truth, and decides to live from that truth, one is walking in some form of the Christian way. Take, for instance, the stories that form the basis for Lent and the Easter celebration. 40 days. Well, there really weren't 40 days, but the 40 days is symbolic of the 40 days Jesus spent in the desert, and the 40 days that we see in metaphysics that based on Bible 40 is an undeterminate or indeterminate time of a completion of a task. Holy Week created by man. And it includes Monday, Thursday, Good Friday, Holy Saturday, and of course, Resurrection or Easter Sunday. Now, most Christians, Orthodox, nonconformists, and even us, New Thought practitioners, know the Bible story of the trial and the crucifixion of that enlightened rabbi. And those evangelic Orthodox, as well as a few others, hold tight to it as they loudly cry how they adhere to a strict following of the stories in the Bible. Now, just for a moment here, I ask for your indulgence because I'm going to step back from going into the personal importance of this Resurrection Sunday and just spend a moment, just take time to touch on some symbolism that occurs a bit earlier during Holy Week. It's a little political, but I promise I'm not going to spend a lot of time with the matter. Monday, Thursday. So what happened according to the Bible has since become a Christian tradition on this Thursday before Good Friday. It was the day of what is known as the Last Supper. And this is the event where the Christians say they follow more than a meal. See, this Last Supper was more than a meal, and Christians talk about that. But more importantly, what it was about, it demonstrated humility, a humility that is reenacted by Christians all over the world. The forerunner to the religion that evangelical Orthodox Christian claim they follow, that enlightened rabbi, did not ask his disciples to pay homage to him. But instead, what the story says is that he, Jesus, set an example of humility by washing the feet of those that had served him. What a powerful example of respect and treatment of your fellow man. No matter what their station is. As I saw a gentleman that I perceived as the leader of the Tennessee State House address one of the justices with something like, if you would only apologize, God knows you would be forgiven, but you won't apologize. And it happened on Monday, Thursday, the day commemorating Jesus washing the feet of those who many would say were beneath him. It seems that this man wanted the Justin that he was addressing to wash his feet, the leader's feet, so that Justin could be forgiven. Seems to be a bit of a reversal of the lesson that Jesus was modeling. Enough of that. Now back to this individual truths of the importance of this day of resurrection. See, unlike the celebration of birth, where the individual being birth had very, very little impact on their arrival out of their mother's womb, our resurrection evolves from the work that we do. The 40 days is a special period designed for full attention for us to release the habits, the ways, and the attitudes that no longer serve us. Why this high holiday is so different than the birth celebration is that the success of the resurrection lays totally at our feet. We decide what no longer serves us. We decide what will be included or excluded in our period of ascension. We measure our success or lack of success. See, what differentiates us from that enlightened rabbi is that if we are not pleased with our effort, we can try again. We can try again and maybe reread the Bible story, seeking the truth hidden within it. A truth that can support a successful awakening of the divine life energy that resides in us. In the story of the Garden of Gethsemane, he asked very little of those with him, other than stay awake with me. How often have you traveled along life's path with someone feeling that without reservation, you have given all that you could, and when you ask that they stay awake with you as you made a major decision, they fell asleep on you. And when they woke up in dismay, like Peter did, they created more trouble than help. But because you had made peace with your situation through your divine connection, you were able to move ahead on your journey. Part of that peace being that your time in a situation had come and it required letting go. And letting go of even the achievements you had made, even the relationships, and even what seemed part of yourself. As Jesus so did by releasing his human consciousness and placing the ultimate trust in the unseen, God. Can we do what our enlightened rabbi did on the cross as he released himself to the one he called Abba? But let's remember, the chapter ends there, but the story does not. As we are able to follow the path found in the story through the book of Acts, we too can continue our journey. See, it continues on. This day is our reminder of that truth of continuing anew. As we have learned to overcome the pain of disappointment from what we perceive as a lack of support from others, we come to know that as we make the decision of accepting who we are and whose we are, and decide our path going forward, we too can stand in front of those who choose to judge our choice, our direction, as we know that we are walking in tune with the infinite. And then finally, like our enlightened rabbi, we know that all of the letting go is for the purpose of making alive the consciousness, the conscious understanding and acceptance of our own indwelling divine consciousness. Let me say it again. When we follow that enlightened rabbi, we understand that what we're letting go is to release all that stands in our way of our full consciousness of our own indwelling divinity. And as we go through that process, as we resurrect it, we realize that it's a consciousness that was never, ever dead, but just asleep, awaiting to be awakened, awaiting to be resurrected. So you have done the work, and you should feel good about moving forward on the path of full recognition of the who and the whose you really are. Just as the master teacher did after his own resurrection. It was not the end, but the beginning of a higher state of consciousness. Whatever change we have initiated in our lives during this holy period, however successful we have been in our effort, we have placed ourselves on the threshold of a higher state of awareness. Our task now is to allow it to lift us through the threshold into the space of that higher state. Happy Resurrection Day. And remember that you are in a new chapter of your life. You've done the work. Embrace this new chapter and continue on your awakened path. Yes. So until next time, this is Reverend R. Ken for the Unity of Chicago Spiritual Community, thanking you for bringing your consciousness into this space and reminding you that I see the divinity in you, and you, and you. Namaste.